exciting large fish to show you at the end of this video. So keep watching, guys, and we'll get into it. But let's have a look what we've got. All right, looks like we've got some ember tetras, really fat and chunky for ember tetras. Ember tetras, they are quite red once they get into the aquarium. These guys, yeah, I see a little bit of red in them right now, but it's not glowing red. But once they settle in, they will go quite red. They're only a nano tetra. They don't get very big. This is almost as big as they're going to get. That's probably why they're quite chunky. A lot of girls in there by the looks of it. All right. Now, coming into winter, this is a good one for your pond. This is your gold white cloud. Okay, so it's the golden white clouds, not your regular white cloud. It does do really well in the cool temperatures outside, and it will eat those mosquito larvae for you. Now, I do prefer the gold white clouds as opposed to your regular white clouds because they are that creamy gold color with bright red fins, where the regulars are silver in the body. All right, next, another tetra. Now, these guys are your lamp eyes, and they're good size. They're chunky as well. So the lamp eyes have got this bright little red eye on them. So it looks like a little lamp on their eye. Not your head and tail light. That's a different fish again. This is your lamp eye. It's got a red, just above the eye it is, and it looks like a red eye. All right, some platies, Livebearers. Now, these are your red tuxedo platy. So tuxedo with that black in the body there, basically red all round. Is there a mixture of male and female? There's plenty of girls. Yeah, there's a few males in there. Yep, male and female. So being a Livebearer, they do have live young. Okay, so very easy for the kids to breed. Next we have a grommy. These are your pearl grommy, or otherwise known a lace grommy, because they have a lace pattern to them. These guys are one of the larger grommies. They are a large grommy, but they're more peaceful compared to your golds or your blue or your 3-spot or opaline or your kisses. These are much more placid for a larger grommy. They do get a nice bit of red through them as they get bigger, and a very striking lace pattern. That's why they often also call them the lace grommy as opposed to the pearl grommy. Another grommy. Now this one is a nano species of grommy, and this is your sparkling grommy. Okay, so sparkling grommy doesn't get much bigger than what it is now. Has this sort of pearly sparkles on it. That's why they call it the sparkling grommy. Really cool. It's like a nano croaking grommy almost. It's a very small version of a croaking. Good with the shrimp, that one. Won't eat the shrimp. All right. Now, like these guys are your red forest jewels, but of course in the bag they don't look very red at all. Now with these guys, male and female will both go striking red, more red in the female, particularly when she's rode up and ready to lay her eggs. So these guys will go vibrant red, then they'll lay their eggs and they drop a little bit of color as they start to row up again, ready for the next batch. And as they're ready to go and ready to start breeding again, lots and lots of red come out in them. They are quite a striking fish. If you've got them in the right environment, they'll go really, really red. And they red forest jewel the jewel because of all these blue specks on them. All right, now these guys are a really cool catfish. This is your Pictus catfish. Now the cool thing about a Pictus catfish, its whiskers are longer than its body. You can see that in the bag on the camera. They literally have these huge whiskers that go longer than the length of the fish. It makes them really cool to look at. These guys don't go that well with your Africans because they'll chew those whiskers down, but these go really well with some of your other more placid species. So they do get quite big, and they are spiky, and they do have a poison to them. So just be mindful of that. They can hurt if they sting you. Oh, another cool looking catfish. This guy, very hard to see on camera because he's almost invisible. So this is your glass catfish. Now this is the true version of the glass cat, meaning you can basically see all the way through it. You can see its guts, you can see its bones and vertebrae, you see everything going on. Cool thing about this fish, to me, I think it is the tightest schooling fish available. They will ball into the tight little ball. One will get the courage to turn one direction and they'll all follow suit. They generally always are facing the same direction and just hang in really tight. Not a good fish to have on its own. Does need to be in a little school. All right, some more cichlids. Another African cichlid. Now those red forest jewels, they were an African, but they're from the riverine system. They do like soft acidic water. These guys are from Lake Malawi in Africa. They are Mbuna. This is your cobalt blue zebra, and it's the true cobalt blue, where the male and female are identical sky blue in coloration. If you've got a cobalt blue and you've got some barring on it, it's a grey in coloration, hate to tell you, you don't have a true cobalt blue, because they should be like this, absolutely sky blue, male and female, identical. Cannot tell just by looking at them. They're striking as each other. The male does tend to get 2 egg spots usually on the anal fin, and the female sometimes will get 1 egg spot. All right, so that is one way you can look at it. It's not 100% accurate, but it is a good indicator. Without venting them, they're almost impossible. Really cool African cichlid from Lake Malawi, which needs a high pH and harder water. All right. Now, another African cichlid, but like the red forest jewels, this is your crebensis, which is from the African riverine systems, where it's softer water and it's a lower pH. Now, again, like the red forest jewel, the female in this one actually gets more color than the male. The female gets a beautiful purple belly on her, yellowish coloration throughout the body, and nice black barring. Really purple belly as she goes to grow up. Once she lays her egg, that purple starts to fade off, and then she starts to get purple and purpler again as her belly fills up with eggs. The male is still quite striking and colourful as well, just doesn't have the purple belly as you see with the females. All right, cherry barbs, a nano version of the barbs family. So doesn't get very large, gets 3 to 4 centimeters in size. Very, very responsive to colour feeding. You feed it really good colour foods like the Aquarium super colour, they'll go really, really red. You feed it boring foods like barramundi pellet, and you wonder why your fish don't have colour, that will be why. You do need astaxanthin, which is found in foods like spirulina, carrot, pumpkin, paprika. All these foods, even alfalfa, is very rich in carotenoids and will help colour up these fish. Alright, I don't remember ordering these guys, but they must be a red empress. They've sort of faded off their bars there for a little bit and had a little bit of larger eyes, but you can just see the barring on them. This is your red empress. No colour feed being fed to these guys. We'll get them on a colour food, get them brightly coloured up. Now it's actually starting to get a little bit more black bar in there, and they just didn't like being in that white box. So this is your red empress. It's another one from Lake Malawi. It is off the hat family. It's not a Mbuna like the cobalt blue. This one, the male gets all the colour. The female stays at silver with the black line. Of course, if you feed foods like super colour flake, both male and female will go vibrant red. Really striking fish once they colour up. All right, another African cichlid. All right, so we've got a few Africans in today. And this, at first I thought it was a red zebra, but it's not a red zebra. This is your interruptus. So often referred to as Johanni here in Australia, but it is not a Johanni. It is an interruptus. The Johanni is just like this. They're all born yellow, and the male gets a horizontal striping, just like a Mangano, and that is what the Johanni looks like. The interruptus, which is this guy, which is what we have in Australia, we don't have Johanni. The female, again, is yellow, and the male, as it matures, gets a black and blue checkered pattern, and that is the interruptus. And all right, so right now they're the juvenile coloration, which is that faded, sort of a yellowy, reddish color, a little bit like your red zebra, but they're not. They're interruptus. So they are colormorphic species, born one color, and the males change to a different color. All right, now into more cichlids, but from a totally different country, and this is your apistogramma. So these are your super orange, I believe they call them, and I can definitely see 1, 2 females at least in the bag, and yeah, I'd say two, maybe 2 females for sure. Striking males. Look at the flames on them, that orange flame on there. So we will list up some pairs for sale on the website, male and female pairs, so you can buy those. And of course, just the males. So that is your super orange apistogramma. Some more Livebearers, this time of the Molly variant. and you can see why they call this one the Dalmatian, 101 Dalmatian mollies in the bag. So really cool looking molly actually. It's that silver platinum white with black marbling pattern, and sometimes they do actually get quite a sale on them. None of these have a sale, they're just regular Dalmatian mollies, both male and female in the bag. Cool thing about mollies is a lot of them eat that hairgrass algae, so really good at keeping it under control. Some Corydoras, some Julies by the looks of it. Again, don't remember ordering these, but looks like we got them anyway. The Julie Cories, otherwise I think they call them leopard Cories. Got that black dorsal, that spotty pattern on them. They're actually looking quite healthy and active, which is great. So if you're into Cories, we do have quite a different, including, I think we have some, still have some wild Howard Schultzes in the shop. Oscars, all right. I'm pretty sure I just saw a balloon one in there. Hard to tell when they're little, but these are little red Oscars, and I'm almost certain this one here is ballooned, which is something cool if you're into ballooned fish. We just got some 5 centimeter red Oscars in the bag. Get them into a tank and they will look a lot happier and healthier. They were the reds. These look like your red tigers, or your albino tigers, I should say. Not showing. Oh, you can see some red pattern. If I put it in close, you can see it there. But get them into the tank and let them settle in, get some color into them. And these are just your albino reds. So before we had plain reds, these are albino red Oscars, albino tiger Oscars. So all in that nice 5 centimeter. They're looking nice and happy and healthy. Thing about Oscars, they love to sulk. And next we have of the red tigers. So this is your regular red tigers. So albino tigers, reds, and albino reds. 4 different types of Oscars come in today, all in that 5 centimeter size. Looking in the bag, can I see any more Oscars? Oh, yes, I can. How did I miss this one? All right, we've got, I think, 3 more, and I think this is the end of them. Leopard Oscars. They're 15 centimeters roughly in size. This one here is probably, well, if you put it on a ruler, it would be 15. But look at the color. You can see, look at that beautiful copper coloration to it. That leopard pattern, really good size. They've got 3 more. They are selling out every time as soon as we put them in the shop. But you can see why. That pattern on them is sensational. And that's another one there of the leopard Oscar. So there's 2. Did I get 3? I'm not sure if they've all got. Yeah, here's the 3rd one. Yep. So 3 leopard Oscars. Come on down to the store, grab yourself which one's your favourite, pick it out, go by the pattern. Alright, another cool critter is your golden panchaks. It is of the Killie family. They look to me like little Saratogas hanging around the surface. They are gold, they do jump, so be mindful, keep the lid on your tank. This is your golden panchaks. They are one of the larger Killie family. Now, where would we be without mystery snails? We sell heaps of these things here. So just another shipment of mystery snails have come in. A little bit of dirt on some of these, but nonetheless, beautiful, nice gold coloration either way, just in that spiral, a little bit of algae growing on them. All right, let's get into those monster fish that we've got left. Now, if you've got a big tank, we have brought some special things today for you. Now, I do know a local guy. He's going to be interested in these for sure. He's going to be like super keen on these. So, but if I can get him on the phone, until then, they are for sale. I have 2, and 2 only, barter sharks or your silver sharks. Now, it's hard for me to show you the size of these, but they are huge. Easy 25 centimeters in size, barter shark or the silver shark. Monster fish, absolute rippers. Great for those big American cichlid tanks if you're in for it. I've got 2. We can never buy them this big. Do be mindful, they jump. Okay, have good lids on your tank. Would hate for you to find one in the next day on the floor. All right, now for the last fish of the day. I've got 1 and 1 only of this guy, and he is top-notch condition. He's super healthy, amazing pattern on him. But we have one monster, and he's croaking at me, Gold Spot Pleco. Now this guy'd be 40, coming 45 centimeters. This is as big as it's going to get. He's grunting. I'm not sure if I can pull him near my mic. Can you hear that? All right, he's grunting at me. Beautiful Gold Spot Pleco. This guy will sell very quickly in the shop. If you have that monster 6 foot, we do have those 2 big sharks and this huge Gold Spot Pleco. Can't hold it for you. 4 sharks, I've just been told there's 4 sharks coming. So I've showed you 2. We've got 4 sharks, 1 Pleco. Come down to the store, 11 Pike Street, Cunda Park. Grab yourself some of the goodies. We are a little, I'm not going to lie, we are a little light on stock, but we did know we wouldn't be able to get much fish this week, so we did order up. And thankfully, we do have a local supplier, so we did get some bits and pieces for you. But yeah, 11 Pike Street, Cunda Park, or shop online. Unfortunately, this kind of Pleco and these sharks, we will not be able to ship them to you online sellers. I'm really sorry. They are too big to freight. No matter how thick those bags are, they're going to tear them up. So it's in-store only on these guys. Send your mates. Come on down, have a look. We'll see you guys next week. I'm sure it will be a ripper unboxing next week because we have like 200 boxes of fish to send out next week, and that's really going to chew into our stock. And because we couldn't get fish this week, I'm going to go crazy with the credit cards next week. So we'll see you next week on the live fish unboxing on Friday. Thanks for watching, guys.